Hey, everybody, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. Just when I was ready to write in stone that Mark Daly was probably one of the worst house husbands there ever was, I get reminded of Bob Whitfield. Bob Whitfield is a piece of work, okay? He showed up last night on Roa to Sheree Whitfield's Sip and See. And honey, you know what? One thing you gotta give to Sheree, she know how to throw a party. And she spends her last dime, anything she gives is going to be the talk of the town. So she did a sip and see for her grandbaby Mecca, and it was everything. And everybody came through to Sheree's house for the sip and see. Give it up for Sheree. But here comes Bob. And Bob comes in with a mystery woman. And everybody's like, who that woman, Harpo? Who that woman? Sheree can't win. I'm telling you, she finds winners all the time. She had Tyrone, now she got Martell, and she married Bob Whitfield, who is an absolute piece of work, showing up to the sip and see with a mystery female. Listen, guys, we're going to get more into this story right after this. Hey, everybody. You know what I'm going to need Sheree to do? I'm going to need Sheree to pray to God or whoever she believes in, get some sage, get the whatever she got on her off of her because she just can't seem to meet the right man who is going to love Sheree for Sheree and not just want to use her. That Bob Whitfield is a piece of work. He showed up to the sip and see with the mysterious daughter that her kids already knew about, she had no clue about, and talking about, oh, this is Candace, meet your mommy. He thinks it's a big fat joke. And when the girls question him about who Candace be, he was like, "Oh, Sheree, we back then, even though he's married, we was on a need to know basis. She need to know about Candace then. She can know about her now, and it is what it is. How did she find Bob and why?" Now, listen, so we can go back down memory lane here. Let me just bring up a old clip here. Let me see if I can find it. And I'm probably not going to be able to play much because this is Bravo footage and Bravo will be like ding. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit to remind you when they was on the trip. This is Phaedra was still in the building and Bob was there, and how he admitted to, like, oh, I might have choked her. Oh, I might have wanted to step on the brakes and pop her seatbelt off and hope that she flew through the window. I mean, God bless Sheree because I guess she knows like this is her children's father, and this is a moment. Mecca is both of their grandbabies. Let him step in, but I don't know if I could ever deal with that piece of work again because he's a piece of work. I'm gonna play about 30 seconds, and then we'll go into some more. And then I play 30-second more after that. So let's hear the first 30 seconds.
Divorce is like within days. So it's kind of weird to have them here at the same time.
But they're doing good together. It definitely didn't work for us.
What didn't work for us? And the
Once we
stuff
decided to split. You and I wouldn't be on a trip together like Cynthia and Peter.
After we split, we
We
were in
went on a
Las
trip.
Vegas. I was driving her and she fell asleep. And I was like, yeah, it'd be easy for me to take the seatbelt off of you and hit the brakes
He sure did.
so she can fly her ass through the window, you know.
That's Bob, people. That's Bob. He said, take the seatbelt off of her, slam on the brakes so she can fly through the window. Okay? Husband of the year at the time. I mean, whoa. He's going down in history for me as one of the worst house husbands there ever was. So let me go back to another article here from Bravo. Let's just talk about that. Sheree Whitfield's ex-husband Bob Whitfield, sorry guys, Bob Whitfield made his role return and dropped a bombshell. Okay, a familiar face popped up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 15. Sheree Whitfield's ex-husband Bob Whitfield, the former NFL offensive tackle, attended a sip and see party that glam mom Sheree threw for Cairo's daughter Mecca. Suffice to say, a lot went down at the celebration. Okay, Uncle upon Bob's arrival, Sheree explained in a confessional where their relationship stands. Today, following their 2007 divorce and subsequent reconciliation, back in the day, I felt I was a single mom because my ex was busy. He was a full-time professional football player, but Bob is involved in Mecca's life, she said. This is his first grandbaby, and I'm so happy about that, okay? Sheree added that she and Bob are good, and she even went on to introduce them to the current boyfriend, which we know is a fraud, Martell Hall. Okay. This is his first time meeting Martell, Sheree noted, and it's important to have my kids see us all together. We get along, we're good. Thankfully, the trio did exactly that. So there's Bob still looking a whole hot mess, okay? And apparently still is a whole hot mess. And Sheree, Sheree know how to put it on. She looks good. She's a beautiful glamour, as she likes to call herself. Do I think this sip and see was over the top? Absolutely. Did she spend buku dollars? Absolutely. But that's Sheree. She's gonna go all out, and she means it. So Bob Whitfield's surprising revelation. Sheree later gathered everyone to take family photos, and it was then that the other Atlanta ladies noticed that Bob was standing with someone they didn't recognize. Asked Sonna Richard Ross, "Is that Bob's girl?" Candy Burris, however, had a different thought. Does he have another daughter we don't know about? The group continued to speculate, but in the end, it turned out Candy was right. Bob stated as much when he introduced her to Sheree, referring to the woman Candace as his daughter. What a hot mess. Sheree Whitfield's reaction to Bob Whitfield's daughter Candace, naturally, Sheree was surprised. As she explained in a confessional, before we got married, Bob said he had 2 kids. We did have 2 more kids. So 26 years later, come to find out, he has had 3 kids. Child, I think one of them kids, to be honest, they really didn't tell the age, and Bob wouldn't tell the age of Candace, okay? But I really feel like Candace was born in the midst of him and Sheree being together, maybe in between her 2 kids, or maybe right before. I don't know. Candace, meanwhile, made a sweet revelation about her half brother Cairo and her half sister. I gotten a chance to be at some family events with Cairo and my sister, she said. They've been really good to me. So imagine now, see, I would feel some type of way, even though the kids are adults, and I have since long, not been with Bob. I would have been like, wow, my kids didn't even tell me. So I went back and forth in my head whether Sheree really knew and was playing it off for a storyline, so to speak, or maybe she didn't really know. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this situation, but it's crazy because she swears up and down she didn't know. Like Sheree, the Atlanta ladies were taken aback as Candy shared in a confessional. I've known Bob since I was 19 years old. I didn't know he had a secret child, so this is news to me. So Candy didn't even know, so maybe Sheree really didn't know. The group then took it upon themselves to ask Bob some questions, including the reason he never told Sheree about Candace. His response, "We were on a need-to-know basis of things back then." Really, Bob? Yeah, but that's the kind of husband he is. Look at Candy. She like, what are you talking about, Willis? Okay, you were married to her, Kenya Moore said with a laugh. What are you talking about? Candy didn't quit Bob at a review. you decide to review another baby. Okay, added Cynthia in her own confession. We got a lot of information going on tonight. Meet my daughter that you didn't know anything about. Where's the cake? Okay, just absolutely crazy. Let me make sure this is not playing, so I won't get in trouble there. Sheree discussed whether not her children knew about Candace on the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show. The ladies also reflected on the discovery, and Marlon Hampton, who wasn't in attendance at Sheree's party, was also brought up to speed. And so I watched that. And the bottom line is, I watched the after show. The bottom line is, Sheree is like, I had no clue, but you know what? Well, Bob be bobbing. I mean, what else can you say? So let me go back to the other clip. I think this is the one where I want to continue to play. Is this the one? No, that is not the one. So let me go back out and share again. It's just that whole chilling video, which I think is so sad, and it's really sad that Sheree even went through this with Bob, which is even more crazy to me. Is like how he just freely talked about it on the van, like whatever, I put my hands on her, whatever, I don't remember, whatever, it was what it was. So let's listen to about 30 more seconds of this.
I never hit her. I don't do that.
That's not the look she just gave.
Have I ever physically touched you? Have I ever smacked you? Choked you? Have I ever choked you? For real, have I? I might have forgot.
Yeah.
Could you still breathe?
That's not funny. Sorry. That's not
I don't
funny.
remember choking her. But if I did, I'm sorry. Because maybe I didn't choke you hard enough.
First of all, you know what? Indirectly, this kind of plays into the fact of how Bravo just kind of allows in an indirect way the violence. And the reason why I'm saying that is even with this sip and see that Sheree had, if I were Bravo, I would be like, Bob can't come. He can't come. Maybe he could be there, but we're never going to show him on camera because this particular clip is disturbing on the highest level. And again, like I said, one of the worst house husbands there ever was. I think I'll be okay to play a few more seconds of this, so let's listen.
I've always said that he was like a Jekyll and Hyde. The funny one, he's nice. I like him. But there's two sides. I have provided for those kids the last 4 years. I sure have. You ain't paying me no child support. Ever, never, ever.
I'm not paying you nothing. I don't even know. I don't even know how.
Exactly. So why are we still talking about this?
It's a process, and we will get you your money.
There's a bad side, a dark side.
So here's the other thing, you know. I like also the fact that, and I had to stop for a minute, guys, because I got to show it in 30-second clips. You know, there's a side to Sheree I really like. It's like for you to be able to be that forgiving to this man, you know, I commend her. I really commend her because one thing I do believe for sure is that Bob put her through a lot. And we can tell this from the words that came out of his own mouth. I think we're cool to listen to the last 12 seconds now.
Side, a frightening side to Bob.
You okay, Sheree? I'm sorry.
That's so sad, right? But a lot of females that go through that, they are in this vicious cycle, right? There's a nice side to the person that they're with. There's a good side, and they're always kind of waiting in this vicious cycle for the good side to show up again. So they get the bad side of the person, and that bad side may put their hands on them, you know, kind of beat them up or whatever the case may be, talk to them, talk down to them, curse at them, yell at them, you know, do whatever. And then, you know, they turn around the next hour, or not even sometimes don't even take an hour and be like, I love you. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did that. Give them flowers, give them hugs, give them kisses, try to buy them something. And then the next thing you know, the enemy in them comes out again. And so these women, they get so used to it, becomes their norm. and they're just constantly waiting for that good side to show up and hoping that good side lasts longer than the bad side, but it never really does. Anyway, guys, I mean, and this resurfacing of Bob at the sip of sea, it kind of proves that, right? It proves the fact that this man will never change. You literally bring to a sip and see your surprise daughter who is in the same age range as, you know, your other children that you have with Sheree, which in my mind would say you either cheated unless this child is way has at least a 5 year or a 2 year gap between, you know, Sheree's children with that she has with Bob. But either way, just the deceitfulness of it all, because you told Sheree you had 2 kids and really you had 3. Anyway, guys, y'all know the routine. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, thanks for watching and welcome back. Everybody out there, hit that like button. And listen, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.